wouldn't say it's just about scaring people. That's the plus. It's basically, I think, to get everybody together.
I haven't been this scared since I was a kid.
Out of it. I caused it. I think this haunt is my legacy. I think they're going to remember this for a long time. Tonight. You're welcome.
Welcome to another edition of the magazine. Today I'm joined with my co-host, Alana Murphy here. Well, thanks, Alana, for coming on the show, too.
You're welcome.
Okay, because it's our Halloween special. And today we're going to talk to Manny Souza and his daughter, Melissa, about the old Oxford haunts. Welcome, Manny.
How you doing?
How you doing? Thanks
Good.
for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so tell us, how did this all begin?
Probably about 2009, when I moved in here, the kids were smaller and we went trick-or-treating. I noticed there was no kids around here. Mm-hmm. And as we went around the corner towards Massasoit, they were all at this guy's house. So I went on to investigate what's going on. And he had a little mini haunted house in his yard, and everybody was having a good time. And I says, well, you know what? I can do this. And I started making my own props, started buying props and decorated. The first year was in the front of the house. Second year, ended up on the side of the house. And by the third and fourth year, I took over the whole yard. Wow. Then, we noticed first it was like 50 kids coming, then 100, 150. It's like, all right, this is the way Halloween should be. Mm-hmm. So that happened, and then I noticed there was an advertisement to be on TV. So I turned around and says, well, I got a hold of the guy that did it on near Massasoit. We became friends, started sharing ideas and stuff, and I told him about the contest going on.
Yeah.
So we put our names in. I didn't think anything of it. I was new to the game, and it was weird. All of a sudden, I had these people walking in my yard, and at that time, the whole yard was all stuff all over the place. I mean, it didn't even look like anything. And basically, I just grab stuff and make stuff to make it look like something spooky. And they like the idea that, I'm like middle class, not a lot of money, and I'm making my own stuff, but yet I'm entertaining the neighborhood.
How long does it take to put all this together?
Prior, I would start a little after Labor Day and hopefully to be done by Columbus Day. So maybe about a month. As time went on, like I said, it started 2009, 2010. Here we are 13 years later. It's kind of like, it takes a toll, especially the weather in New England. For some reason, Fairhaven always gets slammed with storms week after week, windstorms. I put it up, Mother Nature takes it down. I put it up, Mother Nature takes it down. So, it takes a while.
Do you have your family and friends help out?
Oh, yeah. Most of my friends get involved. Practically some of the friends, it's the only time I see them because they want to be into the Halloween and that. My family's totally involved with it. We all love Halloween. So, yeah, they get involved.
So you were in a documentary, American Scream.
Yep, American Scream.
It. So tell us about that.
So we entered that contest. And like I said, those people showed up and they liked what they saw, and they asked if I wanted to be in it. It was done through NBC Universal for Chiller TV, and they were looking for families across New England.
Okay.
And they picked myself, Victor Barito. He lived on Castle Avenue, and then it was the Broders who lived on Fort Street. And they says that they had other people. They went out towards near Boston. They went out near Worcester, Springfield. The director of the movie insisted that it be these three families because everything was so close knit.
Nice.
And whereas Fairhaven, at that time, I was doing a haunted yard map for the neighborhood news.
Okay.
And we had so many haunts in town, so they wanted to be involved with all of that.
Right.
So anyway, they started coming in. They filmed here for about a month. And it was constant, in my face. And every time I put something together, fix something, or just basically I get out of work, come home, and I'll be out there 3, 4, 5 hours, and they'd be here on the weekends. It's all day, all night, and it went on and on and on. After they were all done filming, and they got the film all edited or whatever, they had the premiere in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
It was it's called the Fantastic Fest.
Okay.
And it's all movies with horror, action, stuff like that. They flew me down there, and I was to build a haunted house for the after party, for the premiere of the movie. So they flew me down there. I was down there for a week. I built the house, the haunted house, and that's where we had an after party. I got to do a preview of the movie. We had questions and answers. I had to stand on stage, and it was an interesting time. And plus, I got to see Austin, Texas, which is a nice town.
Oh, that's great. They flew you down there.
Yeah, they flew me down there. They paid for my meals. Anything I needed for the haunt, they paid for that. They had a limo for me to go shopping and everything. I was treated with royalty, or I was like a movie star at that time.
See, when you have that kind of talent, they'll pull you from anywhere.
Oh yeah.
That's great. So how is the old Oxford Haunt?
It's doing good. Like I said, we've been running 14 years. We took a break for 1 year. I was going to move, and I sold everything off. And then we decided not to move, so I had to rebuild.
Wow.
So it's at peak right now. It could do more. Years ago, I used to go into detail, and the scenes that were in the yard with the actors, it really looked nice. And then I noticed that it should take 7 minutes to walk through the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Most people do it in 2.
Wow.
Yeah, because they'll get scared, then they start running, and they don't see anything. So it's like, why go into detail? And the only thing that we always do in detail would be the cemetery. That's my pride. It looks like a cemetery. It doesn't look like a yard sale. It looks like a cemetery. We do all the lighting and everything. As of right now, it's at peak where we should be done within a week or so and open up for Halloween. And my daughter's when it's going to take over.
Oh, so tell us about it. That's the future.
Okay, yep. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I've been doing it a long time. It's a lot of work. A lot of people like coming to help, but a lot of people say, yeah, I'll be there, and then they don't show up. So it's all based on me. The family still helps a lot, but it's like friends, it's a lot of work. You got walls to put up, rooms to put together, carry stuff here, there, everywhere. So it's like, next generation should take over.
So Manny, you've started a great thing here in Fairhaven.
Yeah.
And even nationwide.
Yeah. Yeah, I still get calls from people. I got somebody that's coming up from Texas to see the haunt, and somebody from Springfield. During Halloween in the past years, I've had people from New York, Georgia, from all over. They vacation basically to go to Salem, Mass. Mm-hmm. And they say, hey, wait a minute. They're only an hour away. Let's go check it out. And they come down.
Well, thank you so much for all you've done in starting this great tradition here and celebrating the season of Halloween. And now we're going to hear from your daughter and see what the future holds for the old Oxford Haunts.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Manny. So we're back now with Melissa. Welcome, Melissa. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So Alana would like to ask you a question.
So you're on this haunted house now?
Yep, I'm taking over. This is my first year.
Very good. Thanks for asking that question. Yeah, so Melissa, how long have you been involved with this whole haunts?
Since the beginning, I honestly like to tell people that I grew up at Old Oxford Haunt.
That's great.
Yeah, I've been scaring in the haunt since I can remember. I've been a little kid running around, going from room to room, trying to get as many scares as possible on these people. It's fun. It's thrilling. And then I've kind of gained more of a role by being like the creepy little girl in the zombie area.
Okay.
And I grew up over there, and that was my spot. And I got to take full control over that area. But now that I'm older, I can't really be a creepy little girl. So last year, I was a possessed girl in a bed, and I actually made the whole bed to go up and down the street in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm making the bed move. But like my dad said, he's getting tired, so I'm taking over this year. I'm putting this all together.
Wow.
Yep. And gonna be starting to run it from now on.
Well, that's great. I mean, your dad's put a lot of time and effort into this, and I'm sure he's still going to. Even though you're in charge, he's going to be out there helping you right alongside you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. He'll definitely still be a part of it.
So what can people expect when they come to a haunt?
Fun. Halloween time. Getting scared, thrilling, having fun with your friends. Mm-hmm. I think the haunt honestly brings the community together. You get to see so many people come here, and it's just like so touching to see all these people come from honestly everywhere around the U.S.
So you were in the American Scream also, I hear.
Yeah, I was around like 12 when they shot all that. We had cameras at the house for a month, and they were here like all of the time.
Wow. Wow. What did you think of that experience?
It was really cool. It was cool to go to school and be like, my dad's in a movie. Like, there's cameras at my house all the time. The haunt, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what kind of things do you build? Do you build some things also for the haunt?
Well, so far it's been like crazy costumes because I haven't really like taken over. So I was a giant teddy bear one year.
Okay.
And I was still in that area back there. This past year I made that whole bed.
Okay.
And I was the creepy girl moving around in the bed. But honestly, moving forward, I want to get some of the things that my dad had around, like what I see the peak of the haunt being like 2012 when we were in the documentary and stuff. Because like you said, we were going to move. So we sold like a bunch of things that we had and a bunch of like props and stuff. And some of them in my mind, they were like iconic to our haunt, you know?
Right,
so I want to be able to recreate those.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's an undertaking in itself too. But getting back to some of the 2012.
Yeah. I want to be able to bring back some of the props that my dad handmade.
Okay. Great. Great. And so when can people come to the haunt?
I am not sure about the weather, but if we pull through, hopefully we'll be open by next weekend, maybe the 13th. Okay. I'm really shooting for Friday the 13th to be opening night because that would be so cool. But definitely for October, we'll be open Friday, Saturday, Sunday until 9. And then for Halloween weekend, the 27th to the 31st, we'll be open until people stop coming.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. That's awesome. And so with the address?
60 Oxford Street for Haven.
Just so people can find you. And
of course.
You have a Facebook page?
Yep, it's Old Oxford Haunt on Facebook. OLE.
OLE, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so you can keep updating people on that too, right?
Yeah.
On the hours. And is there a cost?
Nope. We do take donations. We're taking donations for someone fighting breast cancer.
Oh, that's excellent. Very nice. So there's an opportunity to help out someone and also to have fun.
Yep.
Right in our own neighborhood.
Of course.
So why are you so excited about Halloween?
I grew up here. Like, I love it so much. I got to see my dad build a lot of the props and stuff and put together the haunt and see the outcome of that. See the documentary, all of these people coming from around the US to come check this out. It's really like so cool. It brings so many people together, including my own family, like to put it all up.
Yep. That's great. So it's also a family experience.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Halloween brings my family closer together than Christmas. Like,
so what do you think about the future of the haunt?
I want it to last as long as people want to keep coming, honestly. I want to see this go. I want it to stay at this level as a home haunt. Like, I don't want to go pro or anything. I think having it as a small community thing is so cool. But yeah, I want to keep it going as long as people keep coming, honestly.
That's great. It's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people do you think you're going to get come through this year? Providing the weather cooperates.
I'm not sure. I want to say last year we probably had maybe like 1,000 people. So
That's great. That's great.
For the season, maybe 1,000,
Nice.
maybe more.
Very nice. And you're open until Halloween.
Oh yeah.
All night on Halloween. So people can come for a nice scare too
Mm-hmm.
when they're doing their trick-or-treating.
Of course.
That's great.
Definitely a cool trick-or-treating spot in Fairhaven.
Anything else you want our viewers to know about the old Oxford haunt? Just come down.
Come
and
down, come
make
check
a
it out.
donation and
Of
have a
course.
great scare. And then it's all just not, it's not real stuff, but it's just fun, scary stuff. Alana probably want to make sure of that people know that, right? That's great. So since you were a little girl, you've experienced this experience, and what is one thing the greatest thing do you think that about the haunt that you learned from your dad?
I don't know, just like how his ideas can bring people together. Yeah, just the community in it.
Well, once again, Melissa, thank you so much, and we thank your dad also for bringing some fun stuff to Fairhaven, some nationwide known stuff to Fairhaven, and we're going to show those clips now as we exit the show of the clips of the Scream, Halloween Scream, the American Scream, and also some other footage that we have in store for our viewers. But I just want to thank, on behalf of everyone in the community, thank you and your dad for putting on the old Oxford haunts.
Awesome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
So as they come into the yard, I'm gonna have a tent right about here, and that will be the entrance to the haunt. As you leave the tent, there's gonna be like a maze. We have carnival music and a bubble machine and lights that spin all around and everything. And I noticed Victor, when he had his set up, he was getting a lot of trick-or-treaters, and you know, he was having a good time with it. And it's like, yeah, I can see me doing this, and yeah, it's all Victor's fault. Now look at me. The Halloween guy. They call me the Halloween guy. I do decorate for Christmas, don't get me wrong. I have a Christmas tree with skulls on it. I have a fireplace that's filled with skull bones and coffins. You know, I do Christmas. Vic's haunt is attention to detail. You walk into a room that's loaded with skulls. You swear those are real skulls? Victor does that, and he's good at it too. Now on mine, I'm not here to make it look real. It's the thought. I'll go dumpster diving and pick up anything. I'll make something out of it. Another freebie. Total cost for the pirate scene was probably $8. For the mask is a free piece of 6-inch PVC pipe. The top part of it from a fence post. The crow's nest is a 55-gallon drum, which I've cut in half. Free chicken wire, free PVC pipe. Inside here is the roll-on balls from the antiperspirants. My wife used to sell Avon, so it's like, we used to grab them all. Throw them in there. It's got tissue paper and latex, and I just use wood stain and, whoops. He's old, so he's falling apart. This is new for this year. I got it for free down the street. The guy threw it out, so I dragged it home. The arms go up and down. They go real slow. The motors are from a rotisserie, from a microwave. I'm gonna have an MP3 player with computer speakers, so it's like dun, 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 that type. I would never thought some of the stuff I built. I'm proud of it. And I guess Halloween means that I can show it off to everybody. The neighborhood news, a local town paper, wanted to know what was going on in the town as of events for Halloween, stuff like that. So I did a little research and drove around this town, wrote down everybody's address, who had decorations or whatever, something, you know, more than the ordinary. I mean, if there's a jack-o'-lantern on your porch, obviously you're not gonna make the map. But if you have static figures out front, a graveyard, or something more detailed, then I'll go knock on the door, ask them if it's okay. I mean, I have to ask if it's all right. You know, they want to be recognized. When I first started, I probably had about 4 or 5 people on there, and this year topped off at 17. My house right here on Oxford Street. There's Victor's. Matt Broder's right here on Fort Street. Matt Broder and Mr. Broder, I've known them for a while. Matt's got a big heart, you know, and he does a lot for the Shriners and everything. But in some way, their ways are, I don't know, peculiar.
It's the big night that it's a big party at the Sousa house. It's a big holiday. It really is. Crystal comes here and she dresses up every year.
You splattered on me. Voila.
Melissa loves to scare people, so she goes and hides in the yard and she's good at it. Zachary's always been the one who's been afraid. He was okay with our haunt, but not anybody else's. He still hasn't gone in Victor's or anybody else's.
What's it called?
All right. One at a time.
Pull it out now, Melissa. I saw my turn. Pull.
Hey, Zachary, you want to arrange those bones?
Sure.
You can only go as far as here, okay? So put the head there and put it all together. Make it look like a body. Go ahead, Zach. Go ahead, Melissa. You got to figure it out. My little daughter, she enjoys it. She gets right in there with me. She builds characters and everything. My little son does the same thing too. They have a ball doing it. So now I have to continue doing this for as long as it takes, you know, and then hopefully as they get older and they know how to work with the tools and stuff, maybe they'll do this. If not, just sell the stuff off. I don't care. I had my fun with it. Family is everything to me. And when they're my age, maybe they'll think back of, oh, I remember on Halloween, my father used to do this, my father used to do that. We had a haunted yard and all my friends came and we had so much fun. When we have stuff like this going on, we're bonding. You stretch it and stretch it again. Go ahead, keep on doing it, bud. The more time you spend with them, the more time you bond with them, more to get to know their personalities. My thing is, I'll sit back, hand out the candy, and just watch everybody enjoy themselves, and that's my satisfaction. Everybody has a good time.
The amount of people that are in this neighborhood trick-or-treating. The carloads of people that come here. Before you know it, we had like over 300 people coming here for Halloween. For the amount of years that we've been here, he knows a lot more people than I do.
See you later. My #1 fan. He comes by every single day to look at the goblin.
Of course, he meets a lot of people just by working for the town.
I got hurt in work in August, and I wasn't feeling well. Just for the hell of it, I stuck my arm in the blood pressure machine, and it's 200 over 100. And it's like, something's wrong here.
My husband had a heart attack last year, and he didn't think he was going to set up. And a lot of people were coming to us saying, oh, you got to set up, you got to do it for the kids. The kids look forward to coming here every year. I knew he couldn't do it all by himself.
She got on the horn and started saying if anybody wanted to help out. Next thing I know, I had a few guys from work come by.
People that he works with, people that I've worked with, husbands and wives, they came down. So we had a pretty good turnout. It was really touching to see how many people really did come over here to help set it up. Just for them to come over here and volunteer their time to get it done. That it does mean something to a lot of people.
I knew people liked coming here, but I didn't think they would come to help. Before I was never afraid of death. Like, it happens, part of life. No, since the heart attack, I'm just thinking, not taking care of my kids, not to be here for my kids, watch them grow up. Nah, I want to stick around a while. For Victor, creating a home heart is not a hobby. He stresses out because he needs everything to be perfect. It has to be A+ all the time. When I first started hanging out with Victor, I was starting to get like that. I corpsed the skull 4 times. Tear it apart, do it again. Tear it apart, do it again. And it's like, I come to realize a lot of people don't look at detail. They just want to look at, oh, that's nice, okay, and move on. That'll work. Whereas he wants everything to be perfect, I could care less. You know, I just do it because everybody has a good time with it. I wouldn't say it's just about scaring people. That's the plus. It's basically, I think, to get everybody together.
I haven't been this scared since I was a kid.
So much fun, and I was the part of it. I caused it. I think this haunt is my legacy. I think they're gonna remember this for a long time. Tonight. You're welcome, guys.
A lot of people?
It's sad. Everybody feels that. Everybody that does this feels it. It's like, you know, you work so hard to put it together and then it's gone in a flash.